Yo, I cannot believe the iPhone 15 has been out for 10 months. It seems like it was just yesterday we were so pumped about the newest iPhone. And now, well, it's that time of year again when the internet starts to speculate about the latest iPhone 16. But this video isn't really about the 16. This video is about the group of people whose current iPhone is broken, their contract is up, or they don't care for the latest and greatest and just want a phone today. Should you buy the current iPhone 15 or should you wait for the iPhone 16? Let's discuss pricing. The iPhone is not considered a budget-friendly phone, but today you can buy an iPhone 13 from Apple starting at $599. It's not a good choice for many users since you're leaving quite a bit on the table regarding camera, USB-C port, and battery life, but that is an option if you want to go down that route. Now, when the new iPhones come out, the iPhone 13s will no longer be available and the 14 will now be in that slot. So right now though, you can buy a 14 and 14 Plus for $100 more at $799, which in a couple of months will most likely be $699. iPhone prices year over year don't come down, and there was a slight bump in price within the last few years, and it's quite possible that we're gonna see it again with this year with all the new tech they added in this phone, and we'll talk about that later. So now you can buy 13s, 14s, and 15s right now, but if you're a pro user, the only option is the current 15 line, as there are no pros for the 13s or 14s on sale right now. So every year when the new iPhone is out, we have a pro and non-pro version, and each year Apple upgrades one of those variants more than the other one. For the 15, adding dynamic island and also USB-C charging. I realize many people may not even know what a dynamic island is or want to upgrade or buy new charging cables, which I completely understand. But if you're buying a phone that you plan to keep for a few years, then why not buy one that has the latest technology that will be used going forward? The dynamic island is a great feature and it makes using your phone a whole lot easier. Let's say you have an Uber ride coming. You can always see the status of that ride on your screen without having to go into the app. Same for timers. You can always see the timer on that dynamic island so you don't have to go into the timer app. Maybe I'm overhyping it a bit, but it's fundamentally changed the way that I use my phone. And I would hate to not have that feature in the foreseeable future. On the 14, you will have the older Lightning charger, which on new Apple products, including MacBooks and even AirPods, they don't have that. They all are using USB-C. And you also won't have the dynamic island that I just mentioned a few minutes ago. The 15 Pro version had many changes that truly moved the iPhone into this current generation. It added titanium edges, which made the phone lighter and it felt better in the hand. Also, USB-C opened the way the iPhone can use more accessories like controllers and microphones and even power banks and additional storage. They also added log in ProRes recording for an actual pro workflow for video. Don't expect day-to-day usage to be any different with most iPhones from the past few years and even a couple years going forward. The processor in these iPhones can outperform what most users are looking to do. Since the iPhone 13 Pro, I've been editing video on my phone, even playing high-end games on my phone without an issue at all. Sure, newer iPhones may have better battery life, they may do things faster, but that's pretty much it. There isn't going to be much difference when it comes to functionality, but of course, designs and extra bells and whistles and cameras will be different, but usability will most likely be the same. So yeah, obviously I've been talking about the iPhone and how well it's built with these, titanium rails, but the phone is not indestructible. And I still recommend grabbing yourself a case when you pick up your new iPhone. And if you are looking for a case, I recommend looking at Taurus. So let's take a look at this case. This is the U Pro case. This case is a 360 magnetic rotatable stand and it's compatible with MagSafe accessories. There's a smooth free rotation ring holder, and you also have a 1.5 millimeter raised edge for protection. Now they are the original makers of this type of case, and any other one you see online is actually a copy. Now what's nice about this ring on the back that is 360 is that if you're doing something like, recording video or watching a video, this is a great way to hang on to. Also, it's a great kickstand as well if you're sitting down watching a video or anything you may do. And what's also nice is that it's integrated into the back of the case, so it's not something you have to stick on, and when you're done, you just slap it back on. This also doubles as MagSafe as well. So if you have a MagSafe battery pack like Taurus Mini Mag battery bank, which is 5,000 milliamp, And also it's fast charging at 18 watts. So this battery bank is magnetic, so it attaches to the back of your iPhone. And it's also very thin and doesn't add a lot of bulk as well. What you do is if you're gonna have a long day, you slap it on the back of your phone and then you get extended battery life throughout your whole day. And since this battery bank is so small, you can pretty much fit it anywhere, so it's easy to have with you at all times. But let's say you do want faster charging speeds. You can plug it in directly to your iPhone or even charge a non-iPhone, any device with a USB-C port at the bottom. And also the case magnet is so strong that once the battery bank is on it, whereas the normal MagSafe magnets are just not that strong. So with the U Pro case, with the 360 magnetic stand, and then you obviously have the battery bank, you slap these two together, you have yourself a great combination. You're not only protected, but you also have great battery life as well. So hit my links down below if you're interested in picking this up. And yeah, we gotta get back to this iPhone. Got a lot more to talk about. So yeah, the 15 Pro was a solid upgrade for the Pro users. And now moving to the iPhone 16 and looking at some of the leaks and things to expect, that iPhone 16 might be the biggest upgrade we have seen in several years. I'll link to an article from Mac Rumors about it, as there are a lot of things that I can discuss, but one of the biggest things I'm going to talk about is the displays. The 16 Pro is getting the biggest screen sizes ever. We're talking 6.27 on the Pro and 6.86 on the Pro Max. Also a vertical camera layout, which allows you to record spatial video on your iPhone, which makes it easier to watch on Vision Pro or any other spatial device. Bigger batteries on the Pro at around 5% bigger. And lastly, an all new capture button, which will not only be a way to launch the camera, but it actually becomes a shutter button in the camera app. And that will be for all Pro versions. There's also an all new ultra wide lens that's higher megapixel count, and super telephoto camera for the Pro Max, giving you more zoom. So with that being said, there is a lot to look forward to on the 16 this year. And typically I'll say get what's available today, because you can always be waiting for something. But if you can wait a few more months, I think you should, since this year, it'll be a big one for the iPhone 16. Now it's time for the community chime in when I ask you guys a question about the topic of this video, and I read back some of my favorite responses. I asked the question, what are your thoughts on the iPhone 16 rumors? And also, should you wait or do you buy what's available today? There was a whole lot of discussion. Like from longtime viewer Frank R, who says he prefers to wait for a sale for Black Friday or Samsung's spring sale. And that is definitely true with Samsung devices because they go on sale very fast. But when it comes to Apple devices, they really don't go on sale unless there's something very special through a carrier. YouTube Genius and Vidu Capone both said they buy phones when they want them and they don't really wait. Vidu actually returns phones that they don't like, but they also have a rotation of phones depending on the task. Whereas YouTube Genius lately has been waiting since they were happy with their phone. John M said, no innovation, no upgrade. And there's a little back and forth in the comments regarding that, where Jack the Black listed some of the innovations and John says the price goes up. And as always, I appreciate you guys for chiming in. Make sure you subscribe to see my community post, and I want to see what you guys say for my next video.